Hi everyone, how we doing today? You've got Robin here and we're gonna make some pork chops tonight. I'm gonna scoot you back just a little bit, but I hope you're doing good. Kind of adjusting my camera just a little bit here. But we're gonna make some pork chops because it's one of my favorite meals and it is so nice and tasty because of the way I bread them. It's very simple. I know a lot of people say, I can't have pork chops because I like breading. Well, I still bread mine, but I just bread them differently, and I'm going to show you how I do it. It's going to be real simple. First thing I'm going to get is a freezer bag, and in that freezer bag, because I'm going to do like my own shake and bake, okay? And basically what I'm going to do here is some Parmesan cheese. I love this stuff, and I coat just about anything that I fry with it, okay? So in my freezer bag, I'm just going to put enough. So I'm only having 2 pork chops, so I'm gonna put just enough to coat them. Sometimes you gotta bang that out because it's moisture in it, which aggravates me. So you don't need a lot, see, okay? And then I'm gonna add my seasonings. So really you could add just whatever seasonings you wanted to, but with mine, with my pork chops, I like to use garlic powder. Again, I don't measure. Are you guilty like me of not measuring that much? I just seem to kind of throw it all in there. But this type of cooking's helped me lose 48 pounds so far. That's why I've got you along for the rest of the journey. So again, we're making pork chops, garlic powder. Now, if you're doing keto, you have to kind of watch it because garlic powder does have carbs in it. They get away with it without having to put it on the label because there's not a lot. But if you're counting macros and you're really tight, and you're thinking, I'm not losing weight, why aren't I? You might want to check some of your seasonings. Because again, garlic powder, just shaking it in there. I'm thinking maybe a couple tablespoons, because I like garlic powder. And then we've got onion powder. Again, something that's got carbs in it, y'all. Now, I like the seasoning. I'm going to pop this bad boy off, you know, where it's got the spoon now. So I can go a little bit more in there, because this is getting rather empty. All right. So we've got Parmesan cheese, garlic powder, onion powder, okay? Next, I'm gonna put some black pepper in there. Now, you can be all fancy and grate some black pepper up in there if you want, but I'm just gonna shake a little bit in there. A little shake, 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 okay? Just a little bit, give it a seasoning. Next is something that's rather important and something I'd like to educate you on in case you don't already know. This is a Himalayan pink salt. This salt has minerals in it. This salt is good for you. It gives you a lot of nutrients, shall we say, in it. And again, guys, I'm no health expert. I'm just giving you the facts of what I've learned, the facts of what's helped me lose weight so far, and what's going to help me lose the rest of it. But with regular salt, table salt, it has actually sugar in it. Don't ask me why they do that. They do it to kind of keep the granulars, I can't say that word, keep that as nice and dusted so that they won't stick together. Himalayan pink salt, sometimes you have to bang it on the counter to get that to loosen up a little bit. But we're just going to put some good old pink salt in our shake and bake. That sounded kind of funny. We got that. Now, this is a personal thing if you don't want to. I always use no salt also because it has potassium in it. And sometimes when you're on a journey of keto or low carb, you sometimes don't have all the nutrients maybe that you was getting in something else. So I know that no salt is a decent form of potassium. So I use it. But you know, if you have any type of health issues, you always want to check with your doctor. Because again, no health expert, just I don't want to say I'm a diet expert. I've had enough experience trying them, but it doesn't always work well. Okay, guys. See, I don't have a lot in here. You don't need a lot for just 2 pork chops. So you're going to have to use your measurements accordingly, all right? Oh, now something I did forget, I can't forget, is my paprika. Paprika, to me, plain paprika does not have any flavor to it. Now you can get smoked paprika, which I believe is going to have a little bit more of a flavor to it, but just regular old paprika I use not for flavoring, but to help brown things. Okay? All right. That way you don't have to cook stuff forever and a day when you're cooking things. Now, I'm going to actually fry these bad boys in my frying pan. And watch this. This is the type of oil that I'm going to use. It is avocado oil. Now, avocado oil is not always that cheap. You can find other places that might sell it cheaper. I understand Costco is a good place. But I think it's worth every dime, okay? Because this is a good, healthy fat. You don't want to be using olive oil when you're frying, because then it changes the molecules and then you're not getting what you thought you were getting. So, how much am I putting in there? Basically, I'm going to use 2 fats to grease this with. One's going to be my avocado oil. And then I'm going to really kind of mess with those pork chops, and I'm going to also put some bacon grease in there. Let me know in the comments, do you use bacon grease? I use bacon grease because it tastes good. It's, as far as low carb keto goes, it's a way of keeping things nice and greasy so that they won't stick to your pan. I guess I could switch over here, but I've just got my pan, I don't know if you can see that or not, just basically greased up, okay? I'm gonna get my pork chops out. Couple nice pork chops bone in. Guys, you could use any kind of pork chops, I guess, with this recipe, but I like to bone in because that gives you a nice, good flavor. Okay? So we've got them bad boys out. My hands are clean. I'll put that. I can put them both in at the same time. Heck, why not? Live adventurous. All right. Again, I don't know. I might be telling my age, but this is just basically, I don't know if they sell shake and bake anymore, but this is Robin's shake and bake. So you could put drumsticks, chicken thighs, anything you wanted to coat. Now, also some people will use the same recipe, and instead of the cheese, or in addition to, they'll use pork skins, pork rinds as a coating. You know, to each their own. I'm not a big fan of them myself, but a lot of people use that as their coating. But see, I'm just doing a nice brushing out. If you can see that well or not. I'm just making sure. And see, that's a nice coating. I was really bad about using too much cheese, and then I'd have a bunch left over. And I felt guilty because then I'd be throwing cheese away, and that's got to be a sin. But now I'm going to fry these puppies up in my heated up skillet. I'm going to step over this side. Can you? I'm going to adjust you just a little bit. Put you back there a little bit so maybe you can see what's going on. And my skillet should be nice and hot. So I'll put those puppies right in there. Just like that. Can you see? Let me see. They're going to be in there. Fry them bad boys up. I'm going to put a lid on it and let them fry for about, let's say 10 minutes on each side. You just want to cook your pork all the way through. But the thumbnail should have, or the picture, in case you don't know what that term is, the picture, I will have the completed project on that. So that's basically my recipe. Because, again, I've just made this channel to kind of help me continue on my fat loss journey to become healthier, and hopefully that if anybody can relate to me, that you will subscribe and, you know, join me on this journey too. If you've got any ideas or any recipes or anything that you'd like to see maybe me cook, try to make, you know, a regular recipe into a low carb or keto recipe, you know, I'd be more than glad to give it a shot. So these bad boys are going to get to frying. I am so looking forward to them. But if you would, give me a thumbs up on this video. Kind of helps me get towards that monetization, if that's a word, area, so that I can keep producing these videos for you, so that we can stay on this journey together. And this is one of many recipes that I have. I have dinner recipes, dessert recipes, appetizer recipes, all kinds of them. And they're really simple because I'm no chef. I am your average day, I can't even say that. Average day, I can't even say it. I'm not going to try it. But you know what I'm trying to say. I'm just your plain old ordinary cook that nothing fancy going on here. So maybe you can relate, and maybe you can even show me a few things. So now I got to get going on this side dish for our dinner. So I hope you all are having a great day. Thank you so much for watching. I truly appreciate you. Here's my heart. Thank you from Robin Ann's household to yours. Take care. Thumbs up. Please subscribe so you can watch more of me just being me and taking you on this journey. Thanks so much. Take care. Bye.